Hello one and all, this is Soulful Lordy, James Bullock, once again with another video game first impressions. This time around, Red Dead Online Beta for the PS4 and Xbox One. Now, I kind of laugh at the idea of beta, simply because this feels like the full product mostly, just a couple of things not yet open like the store and the fleshed out story missions, but that's neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is that Red Dead Online, the companion piece to the single player experience that is Red Dead Redemption 2, has unveiled itself, and one of the first things you'll notice immediately after creating your character, with a somewhat underwhelming creation mechanic, even though my character kind of came out looking like Danny Glover for some reason, I don't know, just one of those things. This online offering from Rockstar actually has a story. When it comes to story missions in this game, it's not just you going in there and doing it yourself. You will team up with up to 3 more players that will allow you to run around, shoot some people up, steal some horses, protect some people, and my favorite part, make decisions as a unit as to whether or not you want to do something morally or immoral. One of the interesting aspects when it comes to the free roam option of Red Dead Online is the stranger missions. Similar to Red Dead Redemption 2, you will encounter both characters, new and old, to perform certain tasks, mostly picking up things, fetch quests, and the like. It's nice to see NPCs in this world actually have some personality, and it's even better when you encounter characters that you know from the story, you know from Red Dead Redemption 2's storyline. You also can create a party, known as a posse of course, where you can do rival missions or, steal stagecoaches together and stuff like that. Riding around with a posse definitely helps add to the fun and the immersion of being together, being a part of the game, being a part of this world. Now, of course, you can't have an online offering like this without some PvP or PvE action, and Red Dead Online definitely has that in spades. Not only do you have your typical Battle Royale matches where you can go around and shoot people with specific weapons, including having this great idea of points being connected to whatever weapon you use. Such as if you use a tomahawk, you'll get more points than if you just use the regular pistol that you have when you start the game. There are capture the flag modes, king of the hill modes, like that kind of stuff that is typical of these third-person, first-person PvE experiences, PvP experiences. They also have races, which is a very interesting take on the idea of racing, as not only is it kind of just typical checkpoint racing, but there also is this randomized checkpoint racing where you have to get all the necessary spots or checkpoints before the finish line arrives. And in the middle of both of those, every character has the ability to pick up weapons, so you'll be able to shoot your opponents, but each weapon has a very small amount of ammo, so you just can't spam it and you just can't abuse it. From a technical aspect, I'm not going to necessarily harp on the glitches that I've encountered, mostly graphical. One of the most emphatic glitches I encountered was during a mission where I was meant to deliver a wagon, and when I did, the screen turned into cinematic mode like it does when it's about to reward you for a successful mission, but it never got past the transformation to cinematic mode. So I was just walking around in this town as chaos was going all around me in cinematic mode with no HUD. I could shoot people, they could shoot me, but it was just nothing going on. And then the server disconnected and I was booted back into the main menu. I'm not going to really rag on the community. I'm not too shocked. There's a lot of griefers, and there's not really any punishment when it comes to griefing. I've done it. I'm not going to lie. I tested it out. I wanted to start a rivalry. But yeah, you can grief people. They can grief you. It's really not that much of a big deal at this point. I don't see any punishment happening. There's no passive mode. So just be prepared. Always ride around with your gun unholstered. But when it comes to problems, the major talking points for me pretty much deals with the economy itself. You will be grinding a lot if you are in the mindset of making a lot of money and trying to get the best weapons possible, because not only are weapons connected to rank, which takes a while to get up, but also connected to the amount of money that you can make and have, and the payouts in this game, be it story missions or just running around hunting or completing stranger missions or just random side stuff, is incredibly small. Even more distressing is the comparisons to the prices, both in buying and selling items in this online offering compared to the single player experience. You will see weapons that are double to triple their prices in the online offering compared to what you could get in offline. And even worse is the fact that items that you sell, like platinum rings or earrings, that would net you $5 in Red Dead Redemption 2 single player, will give you $1 at the most in Red Dead Online. I understand not wanting to give everyone everything so quickly, but it's just obvious that they've done this to add unnecessary grind to an experience that doesn't necessarily need it. One of the biggest issues I have with the game beyond the economy is the fact that your ammo, what you take into a PvP experience, is actually used up in that experience. It's not just connected to free roam or solo missions or story missions, but everything you do. And to me, that is very, very distressing when you have to buy ammo. You have to repurchase all this stuff. You have to maintain your gun. You have to maintain your health. You have to maintain your horse. All of the little things that you had to do in Red Dead Redemption 2, you have to do in Red Dead Online, especially if you're playing for a long period of time. And that stuff adds up, which is made worse when you don't get the same amount of pay that you did in comparison to Red Dead Redemption 2. The other part of the economy that it's obvious is going to be a major point in this game is the gold bars. Now, that is essentially the microtransactions. We don't know exactly how, because as I said earlier, the store is closed at this point, but it's obvious the gold bars are going to be a big factor in trying to get real money out of players, because in this game you don't get gold bars in whole. You get pieces like 0.08 per mission or challenge completed. I didn't get a full gold bar until I finished all 6 story missions. And unfortunately, gold bar prices for certain items are ridiculously high, 18, 20 bars. So for me to spend at least 3 to 4 hours just to get 1 bar, and that was with the help of the story missions that you cannot replay, I can't imagine how long it would take to get, say, 18 or 20 gold bars without actually spending real money. For me personally, this feels like an experience that I will just jump into once in a while. When they announce an update or the full-blown online release, I'll jump into it, play it for a few hours or a few days, and then I'm done with it for a while. And then I may come back a month later, which was pretty much the same thing that happened with me in Grand Theft Auto Online. If you ignore all that, if you just want to jump into a game, start shooting up people, get shot a lot, then Red Dead Online does a very good job of giving you that experience. And it's a nice complimentary piece to Red Dead Redemption 2. So there you have it. This has been Soulful Lordy, James Bullock, with another video game first impressions. Red Dead Online for the PS4 and Xbox One. Now, if you don't mind, I have a horse to saddle. I have some treasure boxes to find and pretty much hunt down anybody that's been griefing me, because once they see me coming over the horizon with my rifle in hand, they'll regret the day they griefed me, as they scream out, "Oh Lordy!"